This conference will now be recorded.
So what we were discussing in the last session? Yeah,
Dataweave.
what we were discussing in the last session?
Transformation.
Transformation part. In that, the basic points we discussed, yes. And we externalize that a brand name and offer price, and we have seen how to externalize it and how we can refer that by the resource, correct? And we deployed that application, and we have seen the output also for that in a XML format. Whatever the input I have given, I mean originally on top of the we got a response. At the same time, whatever the sample data I have given, I am able to see the preview part. Right. So today we will move further to discuss about few more things on data weave expressions. In order to explain that, let me import a project. How many of you completed the practice part on the transformation basic part, what I discussed on the Friday?
I'm yet to do so.
What about others, guys?
Yeah, me too.
Not yet.
Not yet. Anyone tried? I mean, at least instead of asking about who and all not done, I will ask who and all completed. Any one person? Okay, I can understand. But please utilize the time wisely. If your backlogs are going up, if the number is climbing up, it will be an issue for you at the end. So trust me and complete it at least half an hour. Spend the time on the particular day session. It will be very easy for you at the end. Okay. So any which ways. So I hope everyone remember at least what I discussed on the Friday. Even though you didn't practice, you know what I have done. What I have done, I've given a one JSON object as an input. On top of that, I have written data view expressions to convert into my own format. That means the client desired format, right? I have given a one JSON object as an input. Now I want to give array of JSON objects as an input. Array of JSON objects as an input. So under SRC main resources, you can see I created one schema called products.json file. So what is this file, guys? If you can see what is this file, what data is present in that file?
Object.
Response
One
data. Array
Not
of
response. Yes,
array.
array of
it's an
objects.
array of JSON objects. Yesterday, I mean last session, I given only one object as an input, right? Now I'm giving a multiple objects as an input. How many total? Total 6 products. Okay, total it's a basically an array with a JSON objects. Now I want to give this JSON objects as an input to transform message. Yeah. So we have two flows here. Get conversion rate flow is one flow, and another flow is transformers complex flow. Okay. So we will go with the transformer complex flow here. We will talk slowly down the line about a get conversion rate flow also. Okay. So let's open the transform message. Yeah. So how to define the metadata? Define metadata. You can also participate if you are aware. I just given you products JSON. What type of file I want to create here? You can select from the tree. So right now, what is my intention to create? What type of file you are expecting as an input file? Yeah, what is the input type I'm going to give? Same with the
.json.
Yes.
example data, I have one file, right? I want to load that example file of a JSON. So example file. So click on that SRC main. Under the resources, we have a products.json file. You can see it's an array of objects. Okay, just select that, and you can see on the left side, right click on the payload and see it's an array of JSON objects. Yeah, you can see array of JSON objects. Now click on a preview part. You know, two curly braces represents what in data view?
Object.
A repeated point it is actually. It's an object and square brackets represents what? Array. Okay. So now let's take, I have written a payload and converting into JSON format. Let's convert back to JSON only. I don't know whether I discussed about this point or not. Is it converting JSON to JSON directly? Straight away? Input is JSON, output I referred as a JSON. So straight away it is converting JSON to JSON directly itself. Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Same payload, right? Whatever I given input, same payload, right? Now, what you are able to
Java.
observe there, it is straight away convert to JSON to Java, right? So do you think that they're directly converting from JSON to Java, JSON to JSON, JSON to XML like that? Or else, is there any way that will convert into native format and will convert into the output format? So basically, there is one language data view format. Data view format. Internally, first any format will be converted into data view native format. From there, it will convert into whatever the output you specified here. Understand? Correct. So you can see the data view native format. Can you please tell me what kind of format it look like?
JSON.
JSON format.
JSON kind of a structure. Correct. Internally, data view, the native of data view language, internally uses a JSON like a structure. Let it be for some time. My requirement, first requirement is there is an array, right? I want to iterate over this array. I want to iterate over this array of objects. So how to iterate? While iterating, I want to fetch four fields from each and every object. Product ID, brand name, offer price, and the images. Four fields. Okay. Can you please tell me what is the function? I can write a functions here. Data view is a functional programming, right? I can write functions. Generally, if I write any function, generally if you want to write any method or a function, how we can write the syntax? Method or a function name. Basically, we can pass the arguments arg0, arg1, arg2 like that. Based on that, it will execute the logic and return
Value.
some value. Correct. Similarly, in data view also we can write a functions in the same way, or else there is a convenient way. If you go to my advanced data view courses, they you will understand there. Here also I will try to use the same concept there. So whatever the first argument that I can side and write on the right side of the function. So arg0 method name, second argument if you want, and you can write a logic and return some value. Okay, you can write like this also. Okay, we can write the first argument on the right side as an input argument. Okay, so now I want to give this payload. Payload is what type, guys? What is the data type? It's a array. Payload is what type? Right now it is an array. Okay, and see, you can see here it's an array. There is one function where I can iterate over this array. Function name is map. Map is a function. Give some space. Map is an operator, or say map is a function. I have given the argument on the right side of the map function, and whatever the action you need to perform on that array while iteration, I need to write in this curly brackets. You know, curly brackets represents what?
Object.
Curly brackets represents what? It's an
Object.
object, right? So are you able to see empty objects? I mean, basically the map functionality is what? If I hover the mouse onto the map function, you can understand easily. Yeah. What is that function? I mean, what it is taking as an input? It is taking
Item and
array as an
objects.
input argument. And what is the functionality of that map function? Iterates over items in an array. Which every element will be considered as what? Item in array, and outputs the result into a new array. So is it iterating and giving a new array here? Whatever you want to fetch, it's up to you now, right? So iterate map is a function which will iterate over the input array, and while iterating, what you should fetch? Product ID, brand name, offer price, and images like yesterday. So I will take that into PID. So how to get the product ID from the payload?
Payload dot product ID.
See, if I write a payload, what happens here? Entire payload will come. But right now, map function is what? Iterating over that payload on each and every element. So first time, if I'm there in the first element, if I'm there in the first element, it will be considered as what? Current element, right? While iteration, current element will be represented by dollar symbol, dollar dot product ID. Okay, is it iterated? Let's convert back to JSON and see how it is getting converted into the JSON format also. So is it converted product ID? Next, B name, dollar dot brand name, offer price, dollar dot price. You should participate, so that will be interesting for you also. Offer price. Next, images, EMGS. I want to get all the images, dollar dot images. So I'm able to see all that in a JSON format.
Yeah.
I'm able to see in the Java format.
Yeah.
Converting into XML, something is missing. That is that. What is that? You know already. Correct, right? So now, whatever I have written in the payload section, let's convert back to JSON first. Whatever I have converted into, sorry, what I have written in line number 4 to 9, can I consider that as a payload value? Yes. Can I consider that as a payload value? Yes or no?
Yes.
In the it is a payload value only, right? Total together, it is a desired payload. That means the latest payload value. Now my requirement is, if I know that I'm going to use the output of this 4 or 5 lines of expression multiple times in order to use that output as an input to another functionality. So will I rewrite this expression? So whatever the output I got here, I want to give this output as an input to some other function to perform some actions on this. So do I need to write this all expressions again? If I like, if I want to use that 5 times 6 times, what I can do in that case instead of rewriting that again and again?
Externalize.
Externalization. Instead of that, one more easiest way is what? So externalization means, or what you mean to say? Externalization means exporting to some other file in the variable.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
keep this function in some other file.
Oh, function. No, no, we are not talking about a function. No, it is only an expression as of now. In that expression, I used the map function. So putting together this entire part will be called as an expression, only one expression. So why can't I take that into variable? And also my requirement is, I don't want this expression output which should be accessible outside of the transfer message. That is also one my requirement. If I take that into some variable, I can use that variable across the event level. Correct? I don't want that. I want this expression to be restricted to this particular flow itself. So not flow, to this transformer message itself. Just give me 1 second. I'll come back. I guess I'm sorry. Yeah. So where what I was discussing about?
Using this function.
Actually, my maid fall down while she is doing some work at home. I got a
Okay.
sound like. Okay. So I was discussing about an expression, right, which I want to restrict to the transform message. So how to do that actually by creating a local variable. So how to create a local variable by using a keyword called var. Local variable, I'm mentioning that as a local variable. Local variable means restricted to the transform message itself. We cannot access this variable outside of the transformer, right? So how to declare this local variable by using a var keyword. When we use vars, when we use vars,
Then we are referring any variable from the event.
we already created an event level variable by using a set variable or by using a transform message as as I shown in the Friday session. If you create already a variable, then you can extract that variable value by using a vars keyword, right? You know already vars is an object. Now var is a code totally different. Var is a keyword actually in MuleSoft to understand about creating a local variable, right? So var, I will give the name as my products, and I will assign this entire expression to that my products. Okay. So whatever the value got evaluated, that will be stored in the variable called my products. Now simply I will call my products. Is it same? Is it same, right? Same. Now you know how to create a variable now. Let me create two more variables. Where object. This is a little bit tricky. Please try to understand. Please listen carefully. I am creating one object. How to create any object, you know. Two curly braces represents a object, right? Which can contains a key value pair. One, two. Right? I created one variable, one and two. Next, I want to create one more variable with a name array. With a name array. Array can be represented by two square brackets. In that, I want the first element as an object, second element also an object with the additional key value pair like a tick. Okay. So if I simply write object, what you can see here, the output from where we are getting, I mean, the curly braces one, two, and all, from where it is fetching that. When I write this
That
That var
expression, from where we are fetching this value, you can tell me the line numbers if
11.
you're
from the
confused with objects already. Huh? Line number
11.
11. Very simple. Okay. Array
13.
13. Very straightforward question, straightforward answer. Okay. Now, I want to create a new object with help of existing object or array. Existing object or existing array. I want to create a new object. So what I can do, tell me here.
Curly braces.
Simple. First question is what's first requirement? I want to create new object. New object will be represented by curly braces. Right? Two curly braces with the help of existing object. So can I write object in line number 16? So it is throwing some error like it says invalid input or expected namespace. So basically what I mean by that, I want to create a new object. Yeah, I'm creating a new object with the help of existing object. So whenever you are using this type of scenario, we need to wrap that object inside a, I said one more brackets, evaluation parenthesis. What it will do? It will emit the key value pairs present in that and will assign to outer object. So that curly braces are coming from which line now?
11.
Then what is the use of this syntax? Simply if I write object now, from where these curly braces are coming now?
11.
11. Here also, is it 11?
No,
Yes.
15.
Now,
15 and 17.
so these are coming from where? Line number 15, new object, right? Correct. And if I write evaluation parenthesis and object inside that, what it will do, this new 1 2 will get fetched, and that will be assigned to new object. Understand? So basically wrapping inside evaluation parenthesis means the values present in that will get evaluated. Okay, so what I should write? Object. Okay, so now this line number 16 represents here in the output 1 and a 2. Okay, so line number 15 and 17 is representing by the first line in the output part. Understand clearly? Now let's take array. Now what you are able to observe, where from where
Oh,
we are getting the curly braces.
from 15 and 17 only.
So you need to understand that I'm creating a new object here based on my existing array or existing object. So line number 13 output is equal to line number 4 output. Similar, equal to, this is not about value, the syntax, the similar format. Line number 4, line number 13 and line number 4 both are same or not? Right? Y products, what you got output here? Array of multiple objects, isn't it? This is the first element. Like that, 6 elements I have in that array. Correct? Similarly, if I write array, same array, but only 2 products. But a similar kind of a structure, right? When you write this one, what is array is doing here? If you write in the evaluation parenthesis, it is fetching each and every key value pair present in that array and assigning to new object. Guys, are you able to understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Output
Yes.
side, if you see, whatever the elements we have in that elements, if it is an object, it is emitting the key value pairs and assigning to new object, right? If I say line number 13 and 4 are both are in same format, if I write my products instead of array, what happens? You can see what happens here. Same values, PID, B name, offer price or fetched. This is the okay. For time being, I will comment out line number 8. Okay, so here you can see, is it converted into, I mean, is it fetching all the values, PID, B name, offer price, and it's a part of the only one object. These will be considered as what? One object itself. So I created one array, and by using that array, I'm creating a new object, right? So let's convert back to XML format. Is it converted? What is missing?
Root.
Root.
Root element. So I'll write simply products. Is it converted into XML? Let's remove that comment. Yeah, here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products on the right side. Yeah. So my next requirement, there are the products, PAD, B name, offer price, images. Whatever I selected, those are related to one product. Next are related to another product. Like that, 6 product related details are available here, right? But all are clubbed under a product stack, correct? So I want to leverage more, and I want this product ID product ID, brand name, offer price, and images of a particular product to be wrapped under a product tag. One more product tag I want for every product related details. Indirectly, you can say I want to group one product related details under a product tag.
So you create one more subroot and
Where I can write the logic. Which
products
line?
colon 16,
Products colon
line number 16,
line number 16.
product and
Product.
curly, yeah, inside that you'll have my products, I think.
We have to wrap inside. It's an array, right? My product is an array, right? So we need to wrap. But what is the output you can see there?
Can you
All
do
of my
a
products.
map?
It is
Map?
not, yeah, it is not iterating over here, right? So where I want to use a map here. And one more thing, we should not write any logic in the body part. Okay, because tomorrow if any other requirements, we will change it to some other body, right? In that case, the logic will be removed. So instead of removing that, if you want to reuse that, uh, put it in the header part. That means declare that in the above these three hyphens. That is the best option. Of course, anytime you can reuse that in the body, right? Whenever you want. That's the best practice. So should not write this in the body. Yeah. So yeah. Now where I can write this? Tell me. See, already the payload is an array. I am iterating over this array by using a map function. While iterating, I am using this expression to fetch these values. Correct? So now I want a product tag while iterating. Correct? I want to add product tag for iterating all the elements. So how many times I got a product? Six
6.
times. So under the product tag, I want these 4 elements. Is it clear? Yes, sir.
Yes.
For every product details while iteration, I am adding a product tag. Under that, I have a elements. Is it clear? Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
very important point in going forward, you are going to use this multiple times as well. So if you want to create a new object with the help of existing object, we need to wrap inside a evaluation parenthesis. Simply writing an array in the curly braces will not work if it is an array. Okay, if it is an array, we need to wrap. Definitely, if you want to emit the values present in that, definitely we need to wrap. Okay. Okay. Now I have this output, right? Products. Under the products, I have multiple products. Every product is having brand name. HP, Apple, IBM, Motorola, Samsung, right? So for assume that your client is sending some product name, I want to fetch the product name from the request, and then I want to filter the products basically. So basically, I want to do filter. I want to filter over this products based on a brand name. So how can I do that? So basically, I
Filter
want to
function.
use this my products as an input to some function.
Filter function.
Exactly. There is a function called filter. If you hover the mouse onto the filter, what it says, can anyone read the functionality of that first in one line?
It writes over an array and applies an expression that returns matching value.
So filter is also iterating, but what it says, it will iterate over an array and specifies, and applies expression. So already it is iterating over that my products array. So if I hover the mouse on the my products, what is the return type? Array. So I'm giving the array as an input to filter function, which is expected, right? And iterates over that array and applies an expression. Which expression? That I need to write that expression there. So tell me, what is the expression I can write on the right side?
B name.
We need directly. So see, you got the my products, right? It's an array. So every array contains elements. On each and every element, I am iterating by using a filter function. While iterating, current element will be represented by what symbol?
Dollar.
Dollar. So in that my products, dollar dot represents a reference. So under the my products, we have products and product tag. So right now I am fetching a product tag, right? Under the product tag, what is the key?
B name.
B name, right? So is equal to, I'm giving a HP value. Am I getting the values? HP product, Apple products and all, right?
Sujit,
But
one question here. So when you're writing the dollar, right, instead of dollar, we can write payload also. Payload
so
dot product.
because, so then you need to go with the actual send. No, here you mean to say every event contains only one payload. Only one payload. Already this is the payload for the event. Already this is the payload in the event. That's what we are fetching and iterating. Finally, my products become the payload. Already my products become the payload. In that payload, I'm iterating, right?
Hmm.
So you want write a payload dot. See
Yeah,
what
got
we are
this.
getting here actually.
Product ID, name, description.
But the product
It
ID is not there, no? Sorry, product root tag is not there, no? So it is
Hmm.
fetching the value of the payload, original payload. Until unless you deploy the application, my products will not get evaluated, correct? Till that time,
Correct.
right now, what is the payload? This is the payload only, isn't it?
Hmm.
While deploying the application, once one line got evaluated or deployed, then that will become a payload in that case. Got it? Until unless you deploy, it will not become, right? That is not the syntax. You should not write as a payload because that is not the payload value here. So right now in this body, my products is nothing but your, I can say the output payload. Okay. So, but we are rating that to my products, no? We are taking that payload and assigning to the my products, right? Understand?
Correct. Yeah.
So that is the reason we are using that. So while iterating the my products, current element payload is a keyword. We cannot use just like that. Payload is a keyword, right? So right now the payload we stored in the my products. So entire payload is in the my products now. So in that my products array, my products is an array. If you want to iterate, always we should represent a dollar.
Okay.
Dollar dot product is a tag. We have only four fields. This is coming, my product is nothing but your output now. So only four fields. If I write a payload instead of dollar, you are getting the actual payload, what you are getting as an input to this transform message itself. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So brand name equal to HP. Hard coding is not a best practice even. Hard coding is a not even a best practice. So what I can do in this case, I need to get from the input request. So if my HTTP localhost 8081 transform in that query parameter product name equal to HP. So I need to fetch from there. So what is the structure of an event to the transfer message? If I write a payload, you have seen what is the payload incoming, right? So in this context, you have a payload. So what type of attributes we are getting as an input here? HTTP
Query.
related attributes, right? So from the query parameters, can I fetch that? In order to fetch that
Yes.
from the query parameters, what is the expression I should write instead of hard coding the value to get dynamic value?
Attributes dot query params dot
Attributes dot query params dot
product name.
Product name.
project key.
What?
Will I able to see the preview for this?
No,
I'm not
not.
able, but I want to see the preview because I just want to know whether I'm writing correct or not. The syntax what I'm writing correct or not. So what I can do in this case? Yeah,
Put sample code.
in order to see when I can see the preview, only if it is a part of an event and if it is a part of your sample data, right? So that is the reason in this context for the payload I already given a sample data, right? So now what we are expecting as a sample data, query parameter attributes we are expecting as a sample data, right? So how we can give the sample data for these attributes? One second. Sorry. So what I can do, can I give a sample data for this? Right click on this attributes, edit sample data, just remove all this whatever we have here. And now how to write the sample data for the attributes? Attributes are nothing but a key value pairs, agree? So I should write in a map. So what type of attributes we are expecting here?
Query param.
Query params. And what is the value? What is the key and what is the value?
Product name HP.
So product name will give us HP. Am I getting the response? Yes. Apple. See, you need to understand one line there. If it is a part of your context, that means if you are part of the event, then only I can write that. Okay. And also, if you can see, I have written this entire expression in the body. Is it the best way? If you want to reuse this expression, no, right? So
No.
take that into some variable, variable, and I will mention that as filtered products. Okay, and I'm assigning that entire expression to filter products. Okay, so can I write in here? Once I declare that, automatically if you use a control space bar, it should list to over there. Okay, so am I getting the same response? Let's change that to HP again. Am I getting the same response? Correct. Yeah. So let's go back to my products. I'll get all the details, and I want to apply one more function, like for example, let's see here. I have offer price, right? 1,000 for the first product. It is 1,000. Second product is 3,000, 2,000, 4,000, 1,000, and a 5,000. Right? I want to sort these products based on offer price.
Mm.
Yeah. So my products, I want to apply some function where I can sort based on the offer price. So what is the function I can use? I use the filter to filter it. In order to sort it,
Sort.
no, there is no function like sort anyway. Since I got I got in the you got the response in the same way. So what is that function?
Sort by.
Sort or sort by both are same. No.
Reduce,
Pardon?
reduce.
Reduce. No, no. Order by. Order by is the function in order to perform the sort. Okay. What it says? Sorts an array using the specified criteria. What is the criteria I need to specify here?
Offer price.
Oh, what is the expression? Dollar dot product is the key. The product price.
Offer price.
Yeah. So is it sorted? Please have a look on the right side.
Yes.
Sorted. Is it sorted? First product is 1. What is offer price? 1,000. Second product is 5,000.
Yeah, but you're sorting by offer price, right?
Product ready is 3. 2,000. So in which order it is sorted?
Ascending.
Increment.
Ascending order.
Huh?
Ascending.
In then ascending order, right? So by default in data view, if you use order by, it is the ascending order. So is the best way to write here? No. Again, you should take that into some variable, right? So let me create sorted products. So why I'm writing, why I'm taking that into variables? Because anytime if you want, you can reuse that to variables just like that in order to evaluate these expressions. Correct? So sorted products. But if I want to get the values in a descending order, what is the idea?
DESC. Order by
Uh,
DESC.
so basically DESC we use any other language. You no need to work that much hard, no need to type that lengthy word. Just to use hyphen before the expression. It's very simple here. Correct. So now is it in the descending order or not?
Yes.
5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. Correct. So this is how you can sort the products. Okay. Now let's go back to my products. My products. I don't think so. I can start now because we are moving into the next segment. I will start in tomorrow only, not today. We have only hardly 2 to 3 minutes left. By the time I know you guys are still in a process of basic transformation. By tomorrow, please complete those. We'll discuss about few more complex how to create your own function, the customized function, and how to apply some other functions like predefined functions like lookup and all, and how we can convert to XML format from XML to array format also we'll see. Yeah. Any questions before leaving?
No.
So until unless you don't get a questions, please go practice that. You will get it. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Ajit.
Neeraj, I just stay back for 2 minutes.
Yeah.